Alrighty, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome back to yet another Coinsider live streams. Like I promised y'all, I'm doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 noon Eastern USA time. So really easy to remember when to join me. If you like one of my streams, you're gonna like all of my streams. So I really would love to see all of y'all in future streams on the next one is on next Monday, right? So thank you, Ion Trone. Press the like in advance because the goal is 50 likes on the stream. We got 50 for last one, if I'm not mistaken. So actually, let me see how many we got for last one. Uh we got 69 streams for last one, or 69 likes on the last stream. So thank you for that. Goal is 50. We're going to increase this goal in the future. Okay. Um, and yes, please let me know, chat. Please send your messages. I will acknowledge you and try to get to all of them as well. But the first thing we gotta do before we start to talk about this Bitcoin M2 chart, which has got me outraged, and I really, really think it's going to be wrong a lot in the future. Before we get to that, let's start with a quick market pulse. So, one sec. Let me share my screen after pulling up something. Okie dokie. Share screen. Here we go. Market pulse. So things are pretty sideways, right? Not really too much to talk about there. It's pretty sideways since the last time we chat. Look, it's just ranging in this like 105 to 107 range. Quite indecisive, I would say. The more it chops for the sideways, the more the next move is going to be big, in my honest opinion. So we'll see if it's up or down. Personally, I don't mind if it's down for a little bit because I kind of have some resting limit orders to buy some more as things drop. But let's see. How are we doing in terms of the fear and greed index? It's now greed. It's still greed. It's been greed for like about a week even. Remember it was fear like a week ago, but ever since then it's kind of swung to the greed side. So that's something to keep in mind, of course. And then real quick, I don't think this has changed that much since then, but definitely always want to look at BTC dominance. It has, let me change it to, wait, not the seconds. Definitely not the seconds. That makes no sense. Definitely retraced a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. We'll keep a close eye in future streams on where Bitcoin dominance goes because if it can, every analyst I respect, myself included, think that this is going to go higher, this BTC dominance, which means it's not alt season. Alt season continues to be delayed, right? I think it's going to go at least to like the 70s per se. Like, let's just say like right here. So there's definitely a ways to go until then, is the point for BTC dominance. Another thing to keep an eye on is DXY, right? Because, like I said, we want this to go down more like it has been. Look, it keeps going down. Wow. DXY keeps dropping, which is good news for Bitcoin. Not necessarily good news for altcoins yet, but good news for Bitcoin for sure as DXY, the dollar strength index, continue to drop lower and lower. It's reaching this kind of mini support, But we'll see. We'll see where this goes, if it drops further or bounces. Let's see. And another real quick thing as part of Market Pulse that I like to look at is the Bitcoin ETFs. Right here. Still positive flows. Let's look at flows. Yeah, still positive. Still getting net inflows, especially this IBIT by BlackRock. FBTC, I believe that's Fidelity, ARK. Yeah, they're all positive these past few days. So that's still good to see. Hot take, all coin seasons and 4-year cycles are a thing of the past. I honestly agree that 4-year cycles are a thing of the past because we are fundamentally different market structure. We got these Bitcoin treasury companies. We got nation states buying. And so the price action looks different. And that's why ETH is so far below all-time highs, while Bitcoin is just right off its all-time high, right? Agree with these hot takes. Yep. Now, like I said, today's stream, I want to talk about the popular Bitcoin chart, the M2 chart that I hate, and I'm going to share why. But I have a few more things I want to share with you first, like a breaking news, a biggest news segment, and that has got to be this. So, did you know that Coinbase is launching perpetual futures? This is what we've always traded on, like Hyperliquid, Binance, etc., coming July 21st to Coinbase, US, right? So this is big. And we may do a separate stream on this in the future. Chat, let me know if you want to debate and discuss and dissect this in the future. But check this out. People are saying it's huge for US crypto traders and tax advantage and other stuff. So point is Hyperliquid going to suffer once this comes live by Coinbase? And is Hyperliquid going to suffer when Robinhood as well, which if you remember, Robinhood has been dominating. Like, look at this. Wow. Robinhood has been dominating this past year. It's like new all-time highs by far. So anyone who bought Robinhood near the lows, like Sam Bankman-Fried did, is sitting pretty right now. That's crazy. Deconstructing the M2. Yep, we will get to that. FBTC. With treasuries buying all the market-wise BTC not going up, maybe we should do a stream looking into that too. That is really interesting. That is a great question. Chat, someone help me make a note of this. That is a great question that we should dig into. Actually, let me make a note of it. Let me write that down real quick. That is a great question. Maybe even hotter than Coinbase versus Hyperliquid. So yes, we are going to get to this M2 stuff, but one sec, because before we get there, one sec, let me hide this. I want to quickly share with you something that you gotta check out if you like saving money or crypto perks. So check this out. By our channel partner. Let me share my screen right here. Real quick, guys, we'll get to the Bitcoin M2 stuff, but I really want to share this with you. This is a crypto-friendly Visa debit card called Plutus that gives you up to 9% back in plus rewards on your everyday spending. Like right here. It's so you can like top it up with fiat or crypto, and it's mainly for UK or EU residents right now. But here is what I want to really share with you today is something new that they just launched. It's called Plutus Gifts. Right here, Plutus Gifts. And basically, if you use that, you can get discounts of up to 100% with top brands. How it works is that you need to stack their Plu token in your connected wallets, and then you can buy, like, for example, 100-pound gift cards for as low as 30 pounds. So, or even lower depending on your tier, right? Like you can see the tiers, the discount rates in your tiers of up to 100% here. Each tier unlocks higher discount rates. And here's something to give you a better idea of exactly like how much savings you can get with these gifts per se, gift cards per se. Check this out. This person swapped 30 pounds and 7 plus for a 100-pound Tesco gift card, giving him 70 pounds worth of value. Like right here, Tesco's like a grocery store, if I'm not mistaken, discounted price. You can get these like gift cards and cashback stuff with this Plutus crypto-friendly Visa debit card that you guys should check out. Right? So, like I was saying here, the top tier, you can pay nothing for 100-pound monthly gift cards by redeeming the in-app rewards that you earn. And this can only be unlocked if you are a Plu token stacker, or PLU is their token ticker symbol. But here's the thing. If you don't want to deal with their Plu token, you don't even have to own any to get started. Like you can get a free trial with a virtual card, no strings attached. And after the trial, it's just £6.99 per month if you want to maintain your perks. And at that level, you still get 3% back in plus and 10 pounds worth of perks with top brands. So you're pretty much covering the cost of your subscription from the in-app savings that you get. So point is, if you stack Plu tokens in your self-custody wallet, you can unlock even bigger savings and exclusive rewards. But like I said, that is totally optional, and there are many other benefits that don't require stacking Plu, but it's super powerful if you do so. So the takeaway is that this Plutus app and Visa debit card and their Plu tokens and plus rewards, this is all free to try, but it offers you way more upside if you're already into crypto and down to stack Plu. Just check out my link below. Just check out my link below in the description, which gets you 50 extra plus tokens for free. And just go see how much you can be saving and earning and getting like discounts and gift cards by using their Plutus crypto Visa debit card. Okay, now, like I said, link below, but now let's get back to the Bitcoin M2. Started DCA into hype. I bought some hype yesterday too, so I'm on the same boat as you. But let's get to this Bitcoin. Let me just write that here. Check this out, okay? I am going to share. This is my change my mind hot take. Right here. The Bitcoin M2 charts are all wrong. That is what I want to focus on today. That is the big debate that I want to get to with y'all, because I have some stuff to share with you regarding that. I have a lot of stuff to share, actually. Check this out. Wait one sec. I'm opening up like 10 different posts about it. So, Um, let me share my screen. Stop this screen. Share this screen. And let me change his banner too. So Raul Pal is a big proponent of this, right? He's a huge figure, 1 million followers. You guys have definitely heard of Raul Pal before. He still is pushing this Bitcoin M2 correlation that is so famous, right? I'm sure most of y'all have seen this because this is like fuel for the bulls, right? They're all like, look, global liquidity is going up. So Bitcoin has to go up next, has to rocket. It's about to rocket. Everybody should be super bullish and super long, right? That's what they're all saying. But I'm here to say that I disagree with that. And I bet that this chart and this correlation is going to break. Right? Like here's another huge account talking about the Bitcoin M2 chart. Arrows up and to the right. But then there are some critics saying, what happened to all the M2 experts? Bitcoin is never so simple. I strongly agree. And even if this correlation is just like a temporary difference, right? Like here, there was some temporary difference too on the left side. He does believe in it. I don't. And we're about to look at some nuances here. So even if this is just like a temporary region of non-correlation, there's still some nuances I want to point out. This analyst writes, Bitcoin doesn't simply follow M2. There's 3 periods or instances in the past where M2 went up when BTC went down due to spikes in bond market volatility. Shows why just follow M2 is a guaranteed way to get wrecked. I strongly agree. And in this chart, it's a little bit hard to tell, but green is the M2 going up, and orange is showing periods when Bitcoin went down. And this is really zoomed out, by the way. This is 2017 to 2025. So this is years. There's multiple times, multi-month periods where M2 went up, but Bitcoin went down, right? That is the takeaway. You can't just follow it. It's a guaranteed way of getting wrecked. But then there's some people who are sharing some nuance here, saying that there is a way to follow it sometimes, but not other times. And chat, let me know as you watch this, like which side is more convincing to you, right? Colin Talks Crypto says he has to eat crow on something, meaning he thinks he was wrong. Talking about different offsets for the M2 chart, 76-day offsets. Yeah, it's just so like hand wavy, right? It's just so like, oh, should we use 46-day offset or 76-day offset? Why is it better? Well, because the correlation's better, because you're overfitting the data, right? Maybe in the future, this is going to break. And he's going to be like, nah, 76 wasn't right. We should use 60-day offset or something stupid, right? It's just, I don't believe this M2 stuff. I mean, it's directionally useful, but really not useful for like any sort of swing trades at all, in my opinion. And then Ben Cohen came up with a really contrarian and interesting theory saying, what if Bitcoin leads liquidity rather than lags it? Like, what if the Bitcoin price is leading this liquidity chart rather than the other way around? That really, really contrarian point of view. And he shows a lot of charts kind of proving this. This is 2017 price-led offset, and 2021. Not a perfect correlation, and there's a lot of debate about it. like Colin Talks Crypto. There's a lot of debate saying that he doesn't think this is right. I think Ben is trying to be a little too cutesy with this. I don't think it necessarily makes sense. Um, yeah, here is Colin kind of disagreeing and sharing all the reasons why. And then here shows another example, right? The famous chart including Raul Pal. This is on a 13-week lead. It works most of the time, but not all the time. On the run up to the ETF approval, Bitcoin's price action was extremely strong, and in those periods, it doesn't care what M2 does. This is also true in mania phases of the market. As long as BTC and M2 are tightly correlated, as they are now, it is a confirmation of sorts that we're actually nowhere near the top. So this is really interesting to keep an eye on. As soon as the correlation breaks in a meaningful way, it's time to pay attention. And here are the periods where BTC went down while M2 up. Look, BTC down near the top, M2 still up. BTC down or sideways, M2 still up. And here's another one. I'm watching how certain accounts are shamelessly squeezing every last drop of engagement with Bitcoin versus M2 offset. Some of these accounts were bearish during the bear market lows, by the way. Look at this. 2013, BTC is in the white, but M2 kept still going up regardless of what offset you choose, okay? These colors are different offsets for M2. BTC went down, M2 still up. Keep buying, but then you crash, right? Stupid, stupid, stupid. Keep buying in 2017, post blow off top, down. Keep buying, sideways and down, right? This isn't that useful in my opinion, and eventually it's going to break. There's a lot of situations where narratives or cycle peaks, mania phases, they all break this correlation. So I honestly don't think that we should be looking at it like people like Raul Pal are just kind of following it for the short to midterm. That is what Ben Cohen is saying, just as a contrarian point of view. But I honestly don't believe that either. Which direction it is likely to go? I mean, sure, but also like it's not really even good at that after the peaks, right? And we don't know when the peak is until after the fact. So I'm personally not really going to be looking at M2 that closely at all for my swing trades and for when I decide that the top is in, right? That's not really what I'm going to be looking at all. I mean, it's fun to see maybe market sentiment, but I think only suckers are going to follow this closely, as I've shown you over and over again today. Now we're going to, okay, so usually I like to do a community call-in, but I haven't really planned that in advance, so my bad on that. We are going to move. Yes, I am saying Raul Pal is so wrong about the BTC M2 correlation. I am saying that exactly. I'm willing to bet against that actually. Right now, my guess is as good as yours, Maverick, but I'm thinking 150K before end of year. That is my guess right now. But I also don't think bear markets are going to be the same as before unless these BTC treasury companies have like cascading sales because they bought too many and they like went under their buy price and they're forced sellers, right? That's the way that the bear market gets bad. But let's get to my favorite part, which is the KOL call tracking. Remember, guys? Remember what we've been doing? One sec. we've been keeping this chart. This chart. Okay, so it's not a chart, but we're tracking KOL calls to see who's right and who's wrong. And we're doing that every stream. We're adding to this. We're adding to this together, right? So I have some new ones for you. One sec. This one, this freaking influencer hates Bitcoin. He really hates Bitcoin. He's like more of a finance influencer, and he says Bitcoin will never go any higher than $112,000. So we may actually prove him wrong really soon. And this guy's a clown. But let me just first take a screenshot of this, just so you can't delete this, and then I will add this to our tracker. Finance a lot. Finance lot. When did he post this? He posted this actually on May 25th. 5/25/2025. BTC never higher than current all-time high of 112K. I took a screenshot too, so he can't lie. I mean, by end of cycle, I guess. by end of bull TBD. I think this one we'll find out really soon. Let's see what other influencers I collected. This one, I don't even know if this guy is joking or not. He says ETH to 1600, 1700. I mean, it is possible, but let's see. This is June 26th, 2025. So what is this? The Crypto Lemon. The Crypto Lemon. June 26th, 2025. ETH down to 1700. And let's just say end of September. We can always move the deadlines later if it looks like it's going to be right. But he's expecting this to be the next big move down. So we'll see soon if he's right or wrong. Yes, I am screenshotting. Let me screenshot this one too, actually, so they can't hide from this, right? They can't hide. Okay, screenshotted it. Let me answer some of chat first. Where do you think we're in the market cycle we are? I think we're in late stages. Yeah, personally, I think we're late stages. Yeah, he is crazy. He's a hater, though. He's blinded by his hatred. I'm not really calling them out. I'm just creating a, whatchamacallit, a tracker for us, right? For Retail DAO as well. Yeah, we do this every time. Every single stream, I'm going to add to this. Can y'all imagine in a few months, this is going to be a crazy database just for us stream watchers, just for Retail DAO. Exactly. People delete their tweets all the time, but they can't do that if I screenshot and save it to the cloud, right? They will. Exactly. Let's see what else. Okay, I got this one by the Crypto Lemon. I know there's more though. Let me get a few more for this KOL call tracking segment. Let's see. Those two were bearish. There were some bullish ones too, though. What about this guy? Joao Wedson says, ready for alt season. Great place, great chance to accumulate altcoins while they're still lagging. June 26th. Let me screenshot this. And Joao Wedson. Joao Wedson. When was it? Was it June 26th? Did I say that? Yes, June 26th. Accumulate for alt season. Point is, if alt season doesn't come and alt BTC drops to the range lows, then I will call him wrong on this. Let's give him 3 months for this too. TBD. Like I said, we can adjust the deadlines, right? But let's see what else. Like, look, Raul Pal is so bullish right now. Even bullish for altcoins. He may be wrong. I think he has a high chance of being wrong here. That's just my take. Let's see what else. Here's a good one. Axel Adler saying, using this metric, Bitcoin long and short-term holder supply ratio. Let me get a screenshot of this. He's saying the next rally target lies in the range of 160K. So let me, Axel Adler Jr. Let me add that here. Axel Adler Jr. Hey, if people are right, though, we're going to give them the props, right? We're going to give them huge props. There's, oh, wait, I wrote this wrong. It's 2025, not 2026. Next rally target, 160K. End of 2025, TBD. Maybe one more, folks. Maybe one more. Let's see. One more. Do we have one more? Oh, this one. This one. He's serious, too. He's calling for parabolic top of 400K. He's saying, check this out. Is this crazy? Let me know if this is crazy. Yeah, look. Iontron. Crazy BTC all-time high. Check this out. You read my mind. For the haters in the comments that can't fathom a Bitcoin parabolic run of this magnitude, take a look at Nvidia chart, which is way above 4.236 Fibonacci extension and still going. They say Bitcoin bulls in here calling for 130 to 150K as a cycle top. 400K parabolic top is my call. I am going to, this is June 24th. I'm Bitcoin monger. He's serious too. This is not a fake thing. Wait, let me screenshot this too. Wait, when did he post this? June 24th. 6/24, 2025. 400K BTC parabolic top. Let me see his chart though. Where is his chart in terms of time frame? Is like 2026. Let's say mid 2026. Based on his chart. Oh, sorry, I was filling this out. Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous prediction. I agree. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But hey, he's serious about it. So we're putting him on the KOL call tracking sheet. These crypto Twitter guys are always just saying, well, some of them have good analysis though. Like there's analysis on both the bullish and the bearish side here, right? So someone's going to be right and we're going to give them their flowers if and when they're right, right? We're going to give them their flowers. Not this cycle. Yeah, but he's saying this cycle though. I respect it. Hard to stand on that. Exactly, chat. Exactly. Okay. So that's it for the call tracking segment. Next one I want to do is portfolio roast. So folks, if you have trades, if you have new picks, new portfolio stuff, write it in the chat and I will review it live. I'll give you guys a few minutes to do this. I'm going to pick like one or two to do it. So please write that in now if you want me to review any new picks you have. any new trades or picks. But first, remember, folks, tokenomic takedown. We're gonna deep dive into the tokenomics of some project every stream. Last time, it's last time I did Bera Chain Bera, and someone, I forget who asked, I think it was Maverick, right? Um, yes. Submit portfolio allocations, please be honest. I think Maverick asked for yeah, Pratik. It is stock season. Stocks are having their alt season. Maybe we should be buying some stocks like crypto stocks, Robinhood, Coinbase, Circle, even robotics, automation. We should look into some stocks as retail investors. Um, but tokenomics stays down. Someone, I think it was Maverick, asked for grass, right? So today we are going to do grass. Check this out. Check this out. We are going to do grass. Tokenomic takedown of grass. Yes, you asked for grass, I delivered. And let me know what you want me to do next week too. I have 3 streams gonna do tokenomic takedowns each one. But first, today, grass. Right here. Right here, right here. Yeah, grass. If you don't remember, grass is like a decentralized like internet per se. Yeah, so this is grass. Price is okay, 280 market cap, but let's look at the tokenomics, okay? So 30% of the community, 22% insiders. There's almost a 50% allocation. And they have this big cliff right here when more tokens are going to fill the market, right? So that is around, let me see, when is that? October 2025, major vesting cliff, folks. If you have grass, definitely keep that on your radar. 1 year cliff, 1 year vesting period, October 2025, because their TGE was October 2024, right? Let me just show that to y'all. When was grass TGE? October 2024. I told y'all right here. So that is when this huge cliff comes. Now. Next request BitTensor Tau. Okay. I'll do that next week. BitTensor Tau. I remember you asked me to talk about the sinks and faucets, right? Because that's something that we've broken down before on our channel. Sinks are all the sources of new tokens into circulation, and faucets, or no, that's faucets. Faucets are tokens come out, right? Water comes out of the faucet, tokens come out into circulation. Sinks are where tokens go into. So sinks are good in terms of helping with price, and faucets is like selling pressure potentially, right? Now, what faucets does grass have? It has a few main ones. Airdrop and rewards for nodes, that's major faucet. And the vesting cliff that you see right here, that's another major source. And then there's other smaller stuff like ecosystem grants, but the 2 main ones are the airdrop and rewards and this vesting cliff. Now, in terms of sinks, they have staking, which is major for like the routers, validators, and community. And then they have network fees and data usage, buybacks, slashing. Those are all small and unknown. So the point is there are more faucets than sinks right now, which is not good for supporting their token price, especially when there's not speculative demand, right? Like you see here, not a lot of speculative demand and faucets greater than sinks. So you would expect a token price chart like this. Grass just started Epic 9 of farming. Oh, that's good to know. But here's the thing. Here is the thing to consider though. Grass does make a lot of revenue. Right here. Check this out. Check this out, folks. Check this out. Right here. Grass generates around 330 or 33 million in annualized revenues, which it plans to eventually share with its node operators and Grass stakers. That's great revenue for this DPIN project. That is impressive revenue. But here's the thing. This is how it works. They receive those revenue, those payments off chain, and then they convert it into Grass tokens by buying it on the open market, which is good. But then the Grass is used to pay rewards to the node operators, stakers, and potentially buybacks. That's quite unknown. Not a lot of details about that. But we need more of that. We need more of this revenue, and we need it to go into buybacks and burns, right? Because right now, there's still more faucets than sinks for Grass. They sell... That is a great question. They sell... They scrape data around the internet using the nodes and then sell it to AI companies. So that's how they make data. Right? They claim that they serve a crucial role in the AI ecosystem. New Grasshopper device. I have to check this out. Where's their new Grasshopper device? Grasshopper device. Grass. Let's see. No, that's not. Oh, right here. Oh, this is really recent. Grasshopper. Okay. Personally, I don't think it's worth it just because there's so much volatility with the price. But it may get you more airdrops, right? It may get you that, and depending on how the market goes, it could pay off the cost of it. So it's your own bet depending on how much it costs, right? It's your own kind of risk reward calculations that you have to make here. Yeah, wait list for now, exactly. Let's see. Did we get any portfolio roast candidates? Did we get any portfolio roast candidates? A short on Bera, huh? Relatively Bera. LOL. Let's see. Let me pull that up. I guess this is as close as we're getting to a portfolio roast today. Bera. Yeah, depending on where you started it. Bera is just like down only, you see? So eventually it's going to create a bottom as long as it still stays alive. But right now it is looking quite gnarly. Yeah, I think we're all bearish on Bera given its price action. No real portfolio roast today. Community call in, none of this as well because no one wants to hop on the stream to chat. Let's see. Let me give y'all a quick DAO update. So we are still okay. So this hot take competition ends at the end of today in like 12 hours. The entries will close. So if y'all haven't done this yet, we've got a lot of people do this actually, and some of them have been great. If you haven't done this yet, change my mind. It's fun. It takes you honestly like less than 2 minutes, but come up with a good hot take, okay? That's still ongoing. We also have our ambassadors program, where you can earn some extra retail rewards for joining our ambassador army per se. That's in our highlight. If you go to Retail DAO, click on highlights and then the second post, and then there's a doc that explains it, right? Here's the doc. It explains the Retail DAO ambassador program, and then you can fill out the form if you want to apply. Let's see, what else did I want to... Oh. We are going to do spaces. Spaces, folks. Tuesday evening. Next Tuesday evening, if you guys are awake, evening USA time. I believe it's like 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are awake at those times, then definitely join us on X Spaces. We'll have all of y'all hop on, say whatever you want. It's going to be a party. It's going to be fun. We're going to chat crypto, chat investing, chat opportunities. It's going to be great. Shorting it in Hyperliquid. Nice. You're going to potentially farm some of their season 3 points as well, right? Let's see. So, shorting it against ETH. That's interesting. Okay. That is very interesting. Folks, if you don't mind, my goal is 50 likes on the stream. The last stream got 69 likes. So please smash that like button if you haven't already. Just to recap, we have talked about a lot today. We did a quick market pulse. We talked about Coinbase launching perps, coming for Hyperliquid's launch in the US. We talked about Plutus, which if you guys can help me out, support this channel, support this stream, check them out by using my link below, and it gets you a bonus reward too, right? Plutus, this is really cool. I've used crypto-friendly Visa debit cards like this before. This is really cool, really useful. And you get a lot of like gifts like I showed you, right? So check that out below using my link, please. And then we also, we have a portfolio. I like this. I like this a lot. Right now, I'd probably put more into BTC, given that alt season hasn't convincingly come yet, and I think we have lower to go. But I give this an A, maybe A minus, but it's definitely in the A's for sure. I like this a lot. Very, very solid mid caps and whatnot. I like this. Let's see. So Plutus, check that out using my link below. Bitcoin M2 correlation by people like Raoul Pal, Zero Hedge. I think they're wrong. I think they're not even using that I don't think it can be used in a meaningful or useful manner. We did KOL call tracking. That was really fun. I can't wait to do that with you guys every stream. Tokenomics takedown this time was grass. Next time will be, let me write that down. Next time, Tau. And then I also share some, some DAO updates. The retail smart contracts were made by Aragon's app, and they are an OG here. Let me show you. Aragon is an OG, super trustworthy project. So that's why our, right here, check this out. Retail DAO was launched by Aragon and securing DAOs on Ethereum since 2017. We launched it on Base though. Look, launch your DAO, minted governance token, pass proposals. They're all audited and standard, right? This is very legit. Aragon, you must have heard of Aragon if you're an OG in the crypto space. Well, I would do that if I could, Ion Tron, but I'm not a developer, so I can't do that, unfortunately. But yeah, folks, I had so much fun. Chat, you know when we'll see each other next? Monday, 12 noon Eastern time. And then Wednesday, oh, we got another one. Ooh, we got another one. Okay, Monday, 12 noon Eastern. I'll see you all. But Om Kara has a new portfolio. Soul Suite, Tau Virtuals, AVAX. I like this. I think in alt season it will perform spectacularly well. I think this is probably going to give you like a 3x, maybe 3x guaranteed, 4x even. Some of the smaller ones dragging it up more. If we have a great alt season before the end of this cycle, I like this a lot. Personally, I'd still hold some BTC right now before getting into these proportions, but I definitely give this an A. Monday with BitTensor Tau. Exactly, folks. Exactly. Goal is 50 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, it only takes you a second. Just smash that like button right there in the stream. I'll see you guys next Monday and the next Wednesday and the next Friday. We'll do all these fundings over again. Wait, I think someone said, you guys gave me a great idea, right? Why is the price not going up with so much treasury buying? Maybe we'll look into that next time. So you got to subscribe. You got to join to catch that. I'm Kevin. I'll see you all next week.